Greetings, hockey fans, from 8 Mile Road to 14 Mile Road and everywhere in between. We welcome you to high school hockey tonight as the Farmington Falcons take on the Farmington Hills Flyers in an OAA Red matchup. Second meeting of the year between these two teams as we look at the Falcons surrounding the goal to our left, and their starting goaltender tonight, you can't see him, he's number 32, Josh Cliff. Comes in with a record of 3-2-1. Solid goals against average of about 2.25, 2.24 if you're a stickler for accuracy, and a save percentage of .915. Very good numbers indeed for the Falcons, who come into this one having won 3 in a row after getting off to a rocky start this year under their veteran coach Mark Vellucci. The Falcons began the year winless in their first 7, 0-6-1. The tie, came against the Farmington Hills Flyers right here at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena back on November 23rd, a 3-3 tie in a game in which the Flyers led 2-0, but the Falcons came back to earn the point. Meanwhile, Farmington Hills Unified or United, well, they come in to the game tonight with a record of 5-4-1, but they have lost 3 of their last 4. And we are underway here at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. The Falcons, as you see, dressed in the home whites with the blue pants and the blue trim. They will move from our left to right as we view the action. The puck comes into the Falcons zone, tapped out near center ice. Jacob Massa, he's the guy you got to stop if you're going to stop Farmington. He's the captain, number 66, unable to get it to center, but now on a second try, the Falcons do get to neutralize, but it's quickly dumped back in. Turning inside his own line, 16, that's Kyle Gandy. Tries to play a pass up the right side to Blake Holmes, and the puck goes deep into the North Farmington zone. Justin Barrett, number 15, takes over for the Flyers. Long outlet pass and a race to the puck back into Farmington territory, and Cliff makes his first save of the evening on a shot fired from the far board. Centering pass, look out, an opportunity, but unable to come up with it. Number 33, T.J. Zach for Farmington Hills Flyers. Up over the line now, this is Eric Stannis, right to the slot with a shot, and he fired it wide, trying to go short side on Cliff. And right now, Farmington Hills putting the pressure on. A dangerous little chip from off to the side of the net. Cliff had to be alert to get his right elbow in position and make that blocker save. He'll cover. We get our first stop of the night with 15:41 to go in the opening period. Scoreless here between the Falcons and the Flyers. Talking with Flyers coach Ken Anderson last night, and I asked him, what do you call your team? Is it Farmington United? And he says what they prefer to be called. So, a nice kick save by Cliff on a redirect out in front. He says he prefers to be called either the Farmington Hills Flyers or North Harrison, because indeed the Farmington Hills Flyers are an amalgam, a combination of the two high schools, North Farmington and Harrison. And they've been in operation for about 5 years now, playing as a unified or a united team. Here's Massa into North Harrison territory, but he has the puck knocked off his stick. And the Flyers able to get it back out to center ice. Massa trying to backhand it into the zone, couldn't do it, and it is pitchforked in by Shane Moran. Falcons take over, chipped up the near side wall, and here comes Blake Holmes moving into the zone. He'll fire a shot wide, rims around to the far wall, played to the blue line, held in by Farmington, but only momentarily. Mark Prokes, has the puck in the neutral zone. He's able to chop it in. Nick Heffron, number 10, going after it, can't control, and the puck slides back inside the Falcon line. So far, the best scoring opportunities in this game have gone for the Flyers, but here's a 3-on-2 break. One of the Falcons players tripped up in the neutral zone. Chris Hamilton carrying on for the Falcons, chips it in behind for Mark Nahat. Nahat lets it slide along for Heffron. Heffron checked in the corner, and it's Alex Menazian trying to clear the zone. Can't quite do it. Flyers get another opportunity. Again, they don't get it out. Long shot, a hard shot from the right point by Mark Prokes, right on. And the save by Keith Ladisseur. Our first look at the Flyers goaltender tonight. He's got solid numbers on the season. His record, 4-2-1. His goals against, 3.12, and an outstanding save percentage at .903. Both these goaltenders have stopped better than 90% of the shots they've faced this season. Dancing up over the Farmington line, that's number 19, Michael Tobar. His shot goes wide. Tobar chasing it down at the half wall on the near side, but it's poked back out to center. On the puck, Ben Colenso for North Harrison. And the Flyers move back into Falcon territory. Collision along the far wall as the puck goes in behind the net. Nice job digging it out here by the Flyers. Shot through traffic. Blocked before it got through. That was Tobar with the shot. Tobar heads the puck again, tried to center, but there to block was Kyle Gandy for the Falcons. The puck to neutral ice. Good jump by the Flyers here in the opening minutes. 13-18 to go in the opening period as we get an offside whistle at the Flyer line. No score here between the Flyers and the Falcons. Second meeting of the year between these two rivals. The first, as we mentioned, ending in a 3-3 tie back on November 23rd. We're early in the season as far as the Oakland Activities Association race is concerned. Both these teams play in the OAA Red. Farmington is in second place with 4 points, a record of 2-1 in conference games. Farmington Hills, though, can tie them up tonight if they win this game. There's a shot hammered from the blue line by Reed Burnett, but he missed the target. Flyers keeping it in. Nice work out of the corner by Kyle Wood, but he's bumped off the puck and back the other way. Here comes Blake Holmes up over the line into the right circle. Arister and Latisseur down to make the save. He will cover as we get a collision, body sprawling behind that North Harrison net off to our right-hand side. Lake Orion leading the way, showing the way in the OAA Red with a perfect conference record of 4-0-0, good for 8 points. As we'll take a look at this last scoring opportunity, Blake Holmes moving in, and from the white dot, didn't get as much on that shot as I think he would have liked to, and Latisseur down to make the save. Good technique by the North Harrison goaltender. Chris Hamilton gets pounded along the end boards, and the Flyers able to clear back out to center ice. Immediately set back in by Iman Devlin. Latisseur stops it, leaves it behind the net for Stephen Coulter. Coulter fires it around the wall, and it comes back out to center ice. Here come the Flyers back into Farmington territory, cutting through the defense with Frank Audish. However, he got in too deep to get a shot away. They tie it up along the end wall. Puck comes free, fed up the boards by Prokes, and it is tipped out to neutral ice by Mark Nahat. Falcons trying to change to the puck right in front of their own bench. That's always a dangerous proposition. Shot fired from just outside the line, gloved by Josh Cliff. That was Stephen Coulter, number 12, who wound up and let her go. But Cliff right there to make the glove save. He hangs on for a face-off in Falcons territory. No score, 11:57 left to go here in the opening period. These Falcons, quite a story. After they lost the regional final last year to the eventual state champions. Good scoring chance out in front by Jared Van Falkenberg. He's got 10 points on the season in 10 games, does Van Falkenberg, and he was all alone in the shot. Tried to pick the low right corner, missed. Play goes back into North Harrison territory, off to our right. It's in behind the net. Centering pass, missed everybody. Collected by Devlin. He'll skate the puck back out to center ice. The Falcons, at the conclusion of last year, and again they lost that regional final to the eventual state champions. Big time hit right down below by Justin Barrettson as he spilled Michael McLeod. McLeod back on his skates, and he's got the puck. Sent it aimlessly to center ice, and it's tapped back up over the Falcon line by Barrettson. He can't control, then he himself takes a hit from Kyle Gandy, and Gandy turns with the puck. It's sent out to center ice. This is Massa, the captain, Zach Massa. He's the guy you got to stop for the Falcons. He comes into play tonight with 7 goals and 5 assists for 12 points in the 10 games the Falcons have played this year. Can't generate on that opportunity, though, and Devlin has to cover up behind the Falcon net to the left. Chopped up the near side boards. Not out, though. Going to be held in back along the line. This is Tobar. Elects not to shoot. Dumps it in behind. TJ Zach on the puck. Zach looking for his first goal of the year. He's got just 1 assist on his season card so far. Nice hit right down below us by Blake Holmes as he stepped into Reed Burnett. Puck fed around. It's going to go the length. No icing, though. So play continues with 10:15 to go in the opening period. In high school hockey, 3 17-minute periods constitute a game, unless it's tied, in which case you go to overtime. Excuse me, I'm informed by the truck that we don't have overtime. The truck knows all. All right, here's the Stannis moving out in front, knocked off his skates. Flyers still have the puck, put out in front. Stannis taking a couple of whacks at it, can't get a shot on goal. Zach will track it down in the far corner, went under the stick of Stannis, and the Falcons have control as it's Heffron, number 10, Nick Heffron, and he stood up as he makes the North Harrison line. So the Flyers come back out to center ice in this scoreless game. Play would have been offside at the line. Now with a second opportunity, it is being brought in by Kyle Wood, and Wood takes a bump. A couple of Falcons hit him in the corner, and it is cleared back out to center by DJ Rankin. That goes the length. So an icing call here, and the faceoff will come back into Farmington territory to our left. Well, we've had I think pretty good first almost 8 minutes of this hockey game. 9:09 left in the opening period. There is no score, but there have been scoring chances. The Flyers have had the best of the scoring opportunities early on. We never did finish our thought about the Falcons after they got knocked out of the playoffs last year. They lost 16 players to graduation, 11 of them forwards. That's like almost having your entire team turn over in a single season, which would explain why they got off to that slow start, 0-6-1, but they've won 3 games since. Falcons can't get a scoring opportunity, and here comes Ladouceur. Jake Ladouceur had it taken away. A nice defensive play by Roman Firestone, number 25 for Farmington. Ladouceur had it hop off his stick, and here comes McLeod up the right wing, sends it in deep as the Falcons go for the change. Ladouceur lost an edge in his own zone. The puck stays in Flyer territory to the right. In behind his own net, that's Coulter, and Coulter can't get it out. Look out, that puck came off to the side of the net. Here's a chance for the Falcons, and a good save by Ladouceur on Blake Holmes, number 27. And the Flyers content right now to clear it away. Winds up in behind the Farmington net. Unable to center was Van Valkenburg for the Flyers, and away the other way comes Holmes. Holmes gaining the line, sending it in deep. Massa giving chase as the puck went in behind the net. Poked along the line, shot from the blue line, didn't get through as Mark Crooks pulling the trigger. Blocked at the defense. And the Flyers cleared away. It was actually a long pass intended for Van Valkenburg out of his reach. They put it out in front, and a nice save right there by Cliff on Audish. Here's Massa working 1-on-2. He let a long shot go. Kick save by Ladouceur. Went down and got the right pad on it. And again, the puck out to center ice. Both these teams under 500. The Falcons at 3-6-1, but again, they've won their last 3. And at North Harrison with a record of, well, they're not under 500 at all. They're 5-4-1, excuse me. They are 1-1, as we mentioned, in league play. The play in the Falcon zone across the way, and a nice hold in by Stannis, number 14. Puck came back along the blue line. Stannis comes back to cover up for the Flyers. Backhands it out in front of the net, and it bounces wide of the goal. In the near corner, Cooper McLean failed to get it out. On the puck now is Adam Lochner. Lochner being checked at his own line, and he got the puck up. Then he got run over by Michael Tobar, number 19. And the Flyers move right back into the zone. Long shot fired right on by Zach. Cliff with the save. And Cliff will cover as the puck dribbled out in front of the goal. 6:12 left to go in this opening period. Great to have you with us here tonight on TV 10. As we bring you this contest, it is Thursday, December 22nd, so I may wish you a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah, or simply say Happy Holidays tonight. By the time you see it, the holidays may have passed. Devlin got dumped in front of that Falcon net. No call. Loose puck off to the side, but the Flyers can't get to it. It's chopped in behind the net by Ugogan. Off to the side of the net, another scoring opportunity there for the Flyers. That was Ladouceur. Jake Ladouceur with the shot, but it was high. Centering pass goes off a skate, winds up in behind the net, picking up, and it's Prokes. Prokes feeding it up the wall and out. And Reed Burnett will go back after it for North Harrison. Here's Kyle Wood winding up with a shot. Partially blocked, dribbles to Cliff. He'll grab on, and he was run into by Ladouceur. I do not think we'll get a call here. It has been a penalty-free first period. We have 5:29 left to go in it. This game here tonight, Thursday, December 22nd, marking the last action of the calendar year for both these teams. Neither will be back in action until the first week in January. That Falcon cheering squad immediately to my right as the young people in that section all stand and make plenty of noise, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? There we go. There we see the gang. There you see me by the TV monitor. Look out. Low rim of the left circle, and it was Manasian with the shot, and Cliff had to be alert. Here comes a shot from the right point, and I think Cliff got a piece of that with his shoulder. Boy, that shot absolutely ripped by Stephen Coulter, number 12. Coulter's going to hold in again for the Flyers. Likes the idea of teeing it up again, and that went off a stick and wide. Here's Coulter, maybe with a third try. No, this time he'll backhand it in deep. Van Valkenburg going after it, comes away with the puck, but his centering pass off the skate of Adam Lochner, and it will carry him all the way down, and we'll get an icing call here with 4:35 to go in a fast-paced, penalty-free, goal-free first period of play. Scratches tonight for the Falcons. Ryan Kaproff, Tony Monaco, and John Lethamon, along with Austin Melzer, all not dressed for the Falcons tonight. Only 2 scratches tonight for the North Harrison Flyers. Kyle Witherspoon and Derek Reed not playing in this one. Play into the Flyers zone at the far end of the ice to our right. Wrist shot through traffic, missed everybody. As on that shot was Kyle Gandy, and the Flyers come out. Nice takeaway in the neutral zone by Nick Heffron, but Heffron can't move into the Flyers end, and the puck comes all the way back into Falcons territory, and Cliff out of that net, trying to feed it around the wall. Fanned on it a little bit, but getting to it is Hamilton, and he clears the zone. This is Barretton, number 15. Takes a bump as he moves into Falcon territory. Couple 3 Falcons hit him, and Farmington comes away with the puck. Gangheimer, number 9, dances up over the line, cuts to his right, had the puck knocked off his skate, went towards the goal mouth, and charging in hard was Cooper McLean, but Keith Ladouceur, the goaltender, able to grab on and hang on with 3:28 left in the first. As we hear that Falcon drum line, they're here with us tonight at the Farmington Hills Heights Arena. The Falcons are the home team in this game tonight, and the face-off is in the Flyers zone to the right. Quickly, though, North Harrison back up over the line. This is a chance, and a nice defensive play by Prokes to break up the centering pass on what turned into a 2-on-1 down low. But Prokes took care of it. That's the biggest play of the night so far for the Falcons. Puck is kicked out to center ice. It's bouncing around. McLeod unable to control for the Falcons, but there's Prokes to tap it off the near wall and out. Immediately, the Flyers send it right back in. Delayed offside, but everybody gets back onside, and with 2:54 left in the first, the Falcons move back out to center ice. Boy, a long breakaway pass to an open Blake Holmes, but that pass in his skates, and he's unable to control Ladouceur way out of the net to steer it up the near side wall. The puck held in by the Falcons, however. Centered out in front by Massa, came right back to him. Massa has it now in the corner, looking to come out in front. Does, spinning with a shot, and he fired it just wide. Rebound is in the goal mouth, and Ladouceur will dive across and makes the save. Boy, we saw what makes Zach Massa so special right there. His centering pass hit a skate, came right back to him, and he came from behind the net into the corner, walked around out in front of the back end, but was able to turn and quickly fire a dangerous shot right along the ice off his forehand, and it did not miss by much. 2:27 left in the first. The Farmington Falcons, no score. And the North Harrison Flyers, no score. Puck turned over in the zone, but unable to take advantage was Kyle Gandy. His shot bounced towards the net. Puck still loose, though, in Flyers territory. They'll get it out to center ice. Nice defensive play by Gandy. We've called his name a few times tonight. He's able to tie up TJ Zack at center ice. And the puck pounded into the zone by Hamilton for Farmington. The Falcons go for a change. Under 2 to go in the first period. There is no score. Again, the Falcons, a nice job to bottle them up in the neutral zone, but Moran will send it into Falcons territory. Prokes fanned on his effort to clear, paid the price in the corner. He was run into hard by Tobar. Prokes picks it up, though. Steps away from his check, lost it. But right there is his teammate, Mike Manzo, and Manzo sends it deep into Flyers territory. Ladouceur taps it in behind his own net. Had a Farmington player knocked off his skates in the near right corner. That's Gengheimer. He's trying to center. Again, he's hammered. Flyers send it to the near boards. Can they get it out? Hopped over the stick of Prokes and did come to center ice, but Mark Prokes sends it right back in as we move into the final minute of this first period. And up over the blue line, pulling up near circle, picking it up again, or trying to at any rate. That's Kyle Wood. Wood unable to get a shot. And this is Blake Holmes racing up the right side for the Falcons. Checked neatly at the line, got the puck back. Holmes carries into the corner. Can't get it out in front. Flyers, though, can't get it out of their own end. 30 seconds left in the period. Now the Flyers will clear. Boy, it hit some snow in front of the bench. That slowed the puck up enough. It was able to be picked up by Ladouceur, but Ladouceur tied up neatly. A great defensive play by Adam Lochner. And he turns inside his own line. Sends the pass to Massa. Massa is buried by a neat hip check. He's back on his skates as the Falcons cleared away. Boy, Massa just got hammered. A very nice technique on that hip check. Oh, they score. No, it's too late. I think it's too late. They score. The referee is signaling a goal. The clock shows 0. I thought I heard the buzzer before the puck went in the net. But the referee is saying the Falcons have scored here. We're going to have to look at the replay so I can identify who knocked that loose puck into the net. But with no time on the clock, the Falcons have evidently moved into a 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at the replay here. I thought I heard the buzzer. This is Blake Holmes, number 27. You see him moving in. Shot from the low rim of the circle. Ladouceur makes the save, and it may be Holmes who goes after his own rebound. Let's keep an eye on him, number 27. That puck is going to appear behind Ladouceur right there. And Ladouceur shovels it in. No question but that the puck went in the net. And the referee says that the puck crossed the line before the buzzer. So, at the last possible instant in the first period, Blake Holmes has given the Falcons a 1-0 lead. So the goal by Holmes is his third of the year, and it comes at the 17-minute mark of this first period. The first goal of the hockey game comes in the final second of the first period. Blake Holmes picking up his own rebound here. There it is on the blade of his stick, and he just slides it along the ice into the back of the net. So Holmes at the 17-minute mark of a period, the duration of which was 17 minutes, has given the Falcons a 1-0 lead. Still no official announcement of the goal. We will get that for you. Try to get the shots on goal as well and all the rest of it. First period is complete. Falcons 1, Flyers no score. We'll take a break, and when we return, well, magically, we will begin period number 2 coverage. You're watching Flyers Falcons hockey right here on TV 10. And we welcome you back to the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. For the record, we are competing tonight on the east sheet of this two ice surface arena. And we move into period number 2 with the Falcons leading the Flyers 1-0 on a goal which has gone into the books at officially 16:59 of the first period. It really did go in at the 17-minute mark. It'll be interesting to watch the replay here. You should be able to hear the buzzer on it. I thought the puck went into the net after the buzzer, but it's not my call. The referee said it was a good goal and was scored before the conclusion of the period. But boy, by just an instant, Blake Holmes got it, his third of the year, and that's the story. 1-0 Farmington leading the Farmington Hills Flyers, or the North Harrison Flyers, by that 1-0 score. Again, I was talking to Ken Anderson, the coach of the Flyers last night. He says that he prefers, instead of Farmington Unified or Farmington United, he would rather be known as the North Harrison Flyers or the Farmington Hills Flyers. At any rate, they're in the dark uniforms tonight. They defend the zone to our left as we move into this second period, as Massa unable to maintain balance as he attempted a sharp turn, and the puck set back into Falcon territory to the right. Just underway here in the second period. Farmington leading Farmington Hills 1-0 as they jam in the near corner to our right, and the Flyers come away with the puck. Eric Stannis had it for a moment, lost it, got it back. His centering pass goes off a skate. Now it is sent out in front, but it's not controlled, and the Falcons come back the other way. A long-range wrister by Blake Holmes. The goal scorer tonight missed the target. The puck winds up in the mesh above the glass, which means a stop and a face-off just outside the Falcon line to our right. Well, this was the last day of school in the Farmington School District. A lot of students out here tonight, feeling pretty good about that. The Farmington contingent feeling pretty good about their Falcons right now, as the Falcons look for their 4th straight victory. Burnett, number 6 for the Flyers, fed it along the wall, and Ladiseur got it to the line and out. Matt Prokes battling for the puck there, but it is poked by Burnett into Falcons territory. Falcons don't get it out, and I'll tell you what, Cliff had to make a save. It's loose out in front, but the Falcons able to cover and move back out to center ice. The guy who grabbed that puck was Manzo, and Manzo moves right into Flyers territory, let a long shot go, and Ladiseur, Keith Ladiseur, the goaltender for the Flyers, with the save. So we played, just a minute 40 of this second period. Again, periods in high school hockey run 17 minutes. And we have 15-20 left to go here in what I would ordinarily refer to as the middle 20, but at the high school level, it's the middle 17. Puck loose at center, goes back to the Farmington line. And it winds up on the Falcon bench right across the way. Got some of the students firing debris at me right now. I don't know why. Well, for fun, I do. I was a high school student once. Perhaps they're trying to feed me. Hard to say. Here come the Flyers. This is Devlin, number 4, lost the handle on it, had it taken away. The Flyers regained control and a Van Valkenburg neutral zone takeaway. Sent back inside the Falcon line, and here comes a Farmington looking to generate a scoring opportunity. Heffron, though, knocked off the puck inside the blue line, back the other way. This is Coulter, number 12, long shot, and a blocker saved by Josh Cliff. Puck was dangerous out in front of the net momentarily, but the Falcons able to poke it back out to center ice. Play would have been offside at the Flyer line, so the Falcons have to regroup. And the Flyers send it the length with no icing on the play, and then puck loose off to the side. Turning was Zach, and he got a little shot away, but Cliff down to cover, and he hangs on right there. 14-16 left to go. Period number 2. Falcons 1, Flyers no score. Great to have you with us here on TV 10 on this Thursday night before Christmas. As we mentioned, both these teams off until after the new year. So I'd like to go into a long break feeling good about yourself. And of course, you like to beat your crosstown rival. So both these teams have a lot to play for tonight. at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. Falcons have it inside their own line, but that's Zach taking it away, moving in, and he scores! T.J. Zach took the puck away along the near right boards and just charged the net, went hard to the net, and as Josh Cliff, the goaltender for Farmington, went down, Zach went up, fired it under the bar, and we have a 1-1 tie. Take a look at the replay here as Zach gets his first of the year. As you see, he walks in, goes backhand, forehand, and then on that forehand, shovels the puck over. It almost looked like it went through. Might have gone under the arm of Josh Cliff. But Zach the goal at the 3:10 mark of the second period. Just like that, a 1-1 tie and a long way to go. 13:35 left in the second period. Zach came into the game tonight with just 1 point on the season and assist. He has doubled his production with his first goal of the year. Kyle Wood, number 24, scores. Laid it out in front. I don't know if Wood ultimately got the goal, but he laid it out in front and wound up in the net behind Josh Cliff. And at 3:35, just 25 seconds after the goal by Zach, the Flyers move into the lead. Let's take a look at how this one wound up in the net. It was number 23, Ladiseur, who took that feed from Kyle Wood. And Ladiseur with his 4th of the year. They give the assist on the goal to Ben Colenso. So he gets his second assist and his second point of the year. Ladiseur with his 4th goal to go with 3 assists, so he's got 7 points on the season. So the Flyers goals 25 seconds apart, and they've got a 2-1 lead in this hockey game now as we hit the 13-minute mark of period number 2. 13 minutes to go. In hockey, it is common to use elapsed time when you say we hit the such and such minute mark. So I guess I could say we've hit the 4-minute mark, but we have 13 minutes to play. Well, there's a turnover. As one of the Flyers got dumped out in front of the net. Could have been called, I thought, but wasn't. And the puck played back out to center ice. Prokes at his own line was being double teamed, did a nice job to clear the zone and get it back out to center, but the Flyers immediately sent it right back in. 2-1, the Flyers have taken the lead here in this second period. Falcons led 1-0 in the first intermission. Falcons looking to move out of their own end. He's just dumped off the wall and out, but played right back in by Coulter for the Flyers. Here's Prokes. He didn't get it out, fed it along the wall, but Matt Prokes a nice job, Mark Prokes a nice job to block the pass, and the Falcons move back into the zone. Scoring opportunity. The shot by Heffron deflected, though, and didn't have a lot on it by the time it got through the goaltender, Keith Ladiseur. One of the Flyers got his stick on that shot by Heffron and took all the velocity off of it. So what looked like a grainy scoring opportunity by the Falcons doesn't pan out. As you see, number 10, Heffron, right out in front of the net, but his shot was slowed, and it turned into a relatively easy save by Ladiseur. Here come the Falcons back into the zone. Pass was out of Heffron's reach. Good hustle by Prokes to hold it in, but only momentarily. Get some bumping along the far walls. That was number 19, Tobar, for the Flyers doing the bumping. Then a little shove by Manzo on Stannis. The puck comes to the side of the net. There to cover up is Falcons netminder Josh Cliff. The Flyers, will they win tonight? would tie the Falcons for second place in the OAA Red Division. Falcons are 2-1 in league play, 3-6-1 overall. North Harrison, meanwhile, 5-4-1 overall, 1-1 in league play. Flyers had an interesting week last week. They hopped on a bus last Wednesday and took a trip up to the Upper Peninsula. Went up to Houghton, and on December 15th, 1 week ago tonight as we speak to you, they lost Houghton 5-1. The next night they played Calumet, played them tough but lost 5-4. I was talking to Ken Anderson about that road trip, and says it was about a 10-hour trip for the young people. And like any good coach, he's got them a captive audience on the bus, so they broke down some game films. But he also told me they did watch a couple of hockey movies. Youngblood was one, and I don't recall the other. Perhaps I have it in my notes. I always try to take copious notes when you interview the coach. Oh, I did. It was Miracle on Ice, or Miracle. That movie about the 1980 U.S. Olympic team. No slap shot, though. Not on that trip. Puck into Flyers territory, ducking under a check. Gangheimer put it out in front, and a drive hammer from the top of the slot by Mike Manza wound up going wide. Might have been tipped. We're going to get our first penalty of the night here on Cooper McLean as he trips a Flyers player. And before the Flyers can get the extra skater on the ice, the Falcons gain control. And we will have a face-off in the Farmington zone to the right as we get a tripping call on Cooper McLean at 6:46. Tell you something, you spend your entire life working backwards off a 20-minute clock to record things like goals and penalties, and it throws the math off completely. When you look at the clock and it says, for example, there's 10 minutes to go, which would be 10 minutes elapsed in a 20-minute period, but it's only 7 minutes elapsed in a high school contest. All right, here are the Flyers. They're not worried about my math problems. They're working the puck around the perimeter on the power play. A shot from the low rim of the right circle by Zach sailed over top of the net. Zach's got one of those Flyers goals tonight. Centering pass went right through the goal mouth. Ladisura is the other goal tonight for the Flyers. Both coming in the second period after the Falcons scored with under a second to go in the opening period. Reed Burnett, midpoint of the blue line, sent it into the corner. Here's Stannis, number 14. Dumped it back in behind. Zach going after it. Chops it up the wall for Barrington. Here comes Zach. Sends it back along the blue line. Burnett looking to tee it up, elects not to shoot. Flyers working that perimeter. They're on the power play for another 45 seconds. Back along the blue line now. Here's Burnett. Again, he decides not to take the shot. Burnett has it again. Tees it up, does shoot it. And it may have hit traffic out in front. I'm not sure it got through to the goaltender, Josh Cliff. Burnett again out near the line. One of the Falcons has lost a stick, meaning the Flyers effectively have a two-man advantage, or maybe you'd call it a man-and-a-half advantage. 20 seconds left in the Flyers power play. Here's Barrington in the corner, put it out in front, and a scoring opportunity, and a nice save by Cliff, and he acrobatically reaches up to snag that puck out of midair. I think that was Stannis who drove the net, got the shot away, and Cliff made the save. The puck going off his body high in the air, and a great job by Cliff falling, twisting, making the catch and covering up. 11 seconds left to go in the penalty to Farmington's Cooper McLean. I'll tell you this, for the entirety of the power play, the puck has been in Falcon territory. Farmington has not been able to clear it out a single time. Slapper from the line by Coulter, hits a leg, goes wide. Penalty is over, both teams to full strength. So the Flyers had the puck and the pressure in Farmington territory, but weren't able to get one past Josh Cliff. Here's a nice one-timer and a goal by Shane Moran. Moran took that feed between the top of the left circle and the blue line and fired it in one motion past Cliff. So just after the power play comes to an end at 9:03, the goal by Moran, he makes it a 3-1 Flyer lead. Let's take a look at it here. Nice passing here by the Farmington Hills Flyers. Puck sent across the line neatly. I think that was Coulter. And Moran fired it, just hammered it by. So a 3-1 lead. A little wrister from the blue line by Lochner is blocked. The shot must have been tipped because they have given the goal to Ladiseur. His second of the period, second of the night, and his fifth of the season. Moran gets an assist, and Coulter, who set him up with the pass for the one-timer, gets the other assist. So it reads Ladiseur from Coulter and Moran at 9:03. So the Flyers with 3 unanswered second period goals and a 3-1 lead. They did it all in the first 9 minutes of the period. Here's Massa, turning high slot, firing just wide. Massa goes after his own rebound, has it behind the net. Again, looks to come out in front, turns in the circle. Little kick save by Ladiseur, dropping the right pad. And the Flyers clear it away. So a big night for the Ladiseur brothers, and I think they're twins because they're both seniors. But the goaltender, Keith, allowing just the one goal, and the controversial goal it was at that, and his brother, Jake, with 2 of the Flyers' 3 goals tonight. 6:40 to go, second period. Here come the Flyers again, trying to come out in front. That was Jared Van Valkenburg, number 7. Couldn't get a shot. Massa leaving the puck at the defense, and it's cleared back out to center ice. McLean pounds it in. The puck caroms to the far wall. The Falcons try to come up with puck possession and generate a scoring opportunity. Not going to happen, though. Flyers clear. Set high in the air, bouncing puck in the neutral zone. That's Gandy who got it to settle, and a backhand by Gengheimer out of the corner. Easy save Ladiseur, and a little shoving after the whistle. I'm not sure if we'll see penalties here or not. And just a little tip across the way in the corner, and I think we're going to have, well, we are going to have penalties. Mark McLeod, number 95, heads off for the Falcons, and number 6, Reed Burnett, takes the seat for the Flyers. Let's see if we can ascertain what happened here. That's number 9 for Farmington, Gengheimer on the puck. See, he didn't get a lot on that backhand. Ladiseur made the save, and then he was bumped by McLeod, and that is what the Flyers and Reed Burnett took exception to. And I apologize for the grammar on that last sentence. It's not one you want to necessarily diagram. And here we are on educational television, too. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call on those offsetting minor penalties as the Flyers cleared out of their end out to center ice. Puck goes bouncing back into the zone, and Ladiseur, Keith Ladiseur, taking no chances, goes down, has the stick on the ice, puck turned over, and Massa just drilled a shot that I believe I heard hit the face mask of Ladiseur before it bounced off to the side of the net. Massa just pounded that shot from the top of the right circle. Again, we get some heavy action in behind that Flyer net as this game is picking up in the physical aspect. Almost working to the Falcons' advantage as Blake Holmes nearly got free out in front after a check and a takeaway. Again, they bang it again. It's Blake Holmes doing the banging as the puck is sent back into North Harrison territory. Devlin going the wrong way, sent it towards the line, held in at the line by Farmington's Manzo, and he pounds a slapper wide. Puck played to an open wing on the near side. The Flyers just looking to get that puck out of the zone, and right now it's not happening for them. Boy, it came right out in front, and unable to get his stick on it was Pizzorro as he was being checked, and the puck cleared away by the Flyers, who right now, although they lead 3-1, are back on their heels a little bit. Falcons are bringing it to them. Boy, a nice job to knock the puck off Zach Moss's stick as he was looking to move out of his own end. And the puck just dribbled all the way to the Farmington goal, and it's covered and won't get a stop. That, I believe, was Eric Stanis who poked that puck away from Massa, but it slid right to Josh Cliff, and he hangs on for a faceoff. 4:06 to go, second period. Flyers 3, Falcons 1. Falcons a little sloppy getting it out of their zone, and it stays in the zone, and North Harrison rewarded with a scoring chance down low. But Cliff able to keep it out. And we're back into the Flyers' end, only momentarily though. It is lobbed back out to center ice. Shane Moran won the race for the puck and hammered it off the near wall. It goes all the way down. And look out, here's an opportunity. Here's Coulter. Coulter, he had his shot blocked, and it caroms back out to the neutral zone. We get an offside call, I believe. Now it's an icing call, actually. That'll bring that face-off all the way back into the Farmington Hills Flyers end. And in this period, the Flyers defend the goal to our left. The Flyers wearing the dark uniforms with gold trim. Move from our left to our right. Massa goes in to take the face-off against Miller. Miller wins it. Burnett clears it. And it's poked to the neutral zone. 2-on-1 developing for the Flyers as they move in, but the goaltender himself, Cliff, able to grab onto that shot/centering pass, and he'll hang on for a face-off in the Falcon end. So the Falcons scored in the first period, but here in the second period, we've had 3 goals by the Flyers. We've got exactly 3 minutes to go in the period as we take a look at that 2-on-1 that developed late. And it was actually a shot on goal, just a straight on shot on goal. And Josh Cliff there to make the save for the Falcons. And the puck fired off the mesh. Were it not for the mesh, that puck would have gone out of play. That's why they blow the whistle. As you see, 2:45 to go here in this second period. Massa lets the puck go back towards the blue line. Boy, that puck was loose after Ladouceur tried to glove it but failed. And it's sent in behind the net. Massa centering pass loose in the crease again, and they poke it in behind the net. Moran comes up with it for the Flyers. Moves to center, gains the red line, fires it in. Back to cover up for the Falcons, Lochner. But it stays deep in the Falcons' zone. Almost coming out in front was Kyle Wood. Well, he did come out in front, but his shot off a stick into the mesh. And a face-off will be in Falcon territory. Circle to the right of goaltender Josh Cliff as we take a look at Keith Ladouceur momentarily. We're down to 2:09 to go in the second period. Again, great to have you with us here on TV 10. We got 4 cameras working this game for you tonight. That's just great. Able to Linda Fox, is this, the truck tells me, is directing the broadcast tonight. I wonder if this is her debut. Here come the Flyers out of their own end, and picking them up, laying them down is Eric Stannis moving into the zone. Boy, I'll tell you, I thought that Manzo for Farmington was going to ride him off the puck. He didn't. But now it does come back out to center ice. Puck bouncing around in the neutral zone. Michael McLeod knocked down, and up over the line comes Zach. And a nice check across the way on Zach by Chris Hamilton. Down to the final minute of the period as Nahat scoops the puck into Flyers territory. In pursuit is Heffron, number 10, played away from him. Going to be held in by the Falcons at the blue line. Long shot by Manzo, sticked aside by Ladiseur and sent back out to center ice. Here comes Nahat again into the zone, laid it out in front. We get a late whistle on the offside. The offside coming with 38.2 to go in the period. Period which has belonged to the North Harrison Flyers. They've scored all three of the goals which have been scored in this period. And they've got the 3-1 lead. Burnett content just to dump it out to center ice, and Heffron backhands it into the North Harrison zone. First to the puck is Coulter. Coulter gets eased in along the end boards. Centering pass. Here's a scoring opportunity and a nice save by Ladiseur on the wrist shot by Adam Lochner. Ladiseur coming out to the top of his crease, cutting that angle, making the glove save and hanging on with 15 seconds to go in this period. I've been impressed by Ladiseur. Told you he came into play tonight with a save percentage of over 90.903. You like that. Goals against of 3.12, which back in the day was pretty good for a goaltender. Now they'd like to see it more around 2.5 or less. But nonetheless, still solid. And you like to see that 4-2-1 win-loss record because that's the most important stat of all. Ladiseur holds the side of his net. Time runs out in the period. And we have got 34 minutes in the books. 2 periods complete here at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. That Falcons run line making noise, but those Falcons have got to make some noise on the ice come period number 3. Falcons led 1-0 after 1, but the Farmington Hills Flyers scored all 3 of the goals that were scored in the second period. Thus, after 2, it's the Flyers 3 and the Falcons 1. We'll take a break and be back with period number 3 right after this. You are watching the Farmington Falcons and the North Harrison Flyers on TV 10. And we welcome you back to the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. Moving into period number 3 of this game between the Farmington Falcons and the North Harrison Flyers, or if you prefer, the Farmington Hills Flyers. They've actually changed their logo and their name this year. They used to be known as Farmington Unified, and the F took on the aspects of a Flyers type of a logo that you might associate with the Philadelphia Flyers of the National Hockey League, but new for this year, they're sporting crossed hockey sticks with the word Flyers in gold lettering. They will move from our right to left, defending the goal way off to our right. That's Keith Ladiseur, who's allowed just the 1 goal in the first 2 periods tonight. And Josh Cliff, who gave up 3 in the second period, defends the net to our left. 3-1 hockey game. The Flyers leading the Falcons as we're underway in the third period. The play in the Farmington zone to the left. Sent to the line and sent out to center ice. Cooper McLean in pursuit. Bumped off the puck was Gengheimer for Farmington. And the Flyers get it back out to center ice with speed. This is Jake Ladiseur looking for a hat trick. Moved right out in front with a shot, and Cliff went down and made a nice save. Here's Lattiser again looking to redirect out in front. Actually did get the stick on it, but Cliff the save and the Falcons with the clear. Well, if Lattiser scores the next goal in this game, he will have a natural hat trick. You have your hat trick, which is 3 goals in a game. You have your natural hat trick, which is much more rare. That is one player scoring 3 goals in a row in a game. And Lattiser has scored the last 2 goals in this game tonight. The Falcons scored officially at the 16:59 mark of the first period. I'll tell you what, it was a very close call whether or not the puck crossed the line before the period-ending buzzer, but it counted as a goal, and the Falcons led 1-0 after 1. But then goals by Zach, his first of the year, and Lattiser, his 4th and 5th, have given the Flyers that 3-1 lead here in period number 3. A shot from the slot, snapped off the stick of Stannis wide. Might have been deflected, probably was, and the puck sent all the way down, icing the call against the Farmington Falcons. Falcons with a 3-game win streak on the line after they began their year 0-6-1. And remember, this Farmington team, a pretty remarkable story. They lost 16 players, 11 of them forwards, to graduation at the end of last year. So they are basically starting from scratch. Again, chatting last night with Flyers coach Ken Anderson, I asked him what he liked best about high school coaching, and he told me the fact that you have a new team every year, or at least parts of a new team, and he says the most rewarding part of the job is watching the players develop from the start of the year towards the finish. Well, Mark Vellucci, the Falcons coach, certainly getting an opportunity to experience that this year, as he has so many new players on the roster. Centering feed, and Mark Prokes, senior D-man, able to clear it out of harm's way, and the Falcons send it back out to center. As we take a look at Mark Vellucci, the Falcons coach, puck rimmed by Prokes and out in the neutral zone now. Chris Hamilton content to fire it in deep. Falcons change. In deep is McLean. He tried to work it around the wall. It's blocked, and from center ice, a long shot off the stick of Burnett sails high. And the Falcons get it out to center ice. Little race for the puck. It's going to be out of the reach of Michael McLeod. Barreton for the Flyers. Backhanded it along the boards. It didn't come out. Here's McLean in the far left corner. Had it stripped away. This is Kyle Wood, number 24. Quick, hard left circle shot. And good technique by Cliff, who went down and took that in the upper body protector. Cliff, the senior goaltender for the Falcons. Down low in his stance for the faceoff, won by Farmington Hills, but a little misplay along the blue line, and the puck back to center ice. And before the Flyers clear the zone, it is set back in and offside the call. Faceoff just outside the line. 13:31 to go, third period. Flyers 3, Falcons 1. Rich Kincaid wishing you happy holidays and thanking you for joining us here tonight, or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this replay here on TV 10. Exciting TV 10 news. Up a goal, a little bit of loose defensive play by the Falcons, and it's Lattiser. He did it. He's got his hat trick, number 23 with a goal, I'm pretty sure. And if it is, he's got a natural hat trick. But it might have been Kyle Wood, number 24. I've got to look at the replay on this one. The goal comes at 3:35 and makes it 4-1. Let's see who got this shot away as the puck goes into Falcons territory. Yeah, Lattiser was going to get the goal here. He took the puck away. See, he had it in his skates, and he just reached back and flipped it over the shoulder of Josh Cliff. So Jake Lattiser with 3 in a row, a natural hat trick for Lattiser. And he's got 6 goals on the season. And the Flyers have a 4-1 lead as we're 4 minutes into the third period. Falcons looking to answer here. A wrister and a hard one by Kyle Gandy. Stopped by Ladiseur, the brother, Keith Ladiseur. Rebound loose out in front momentarily, but cleared away by the Flyers. Stays in the zone, however. Laid out in front. Broken up, and it winds up behind the net. They bang back there. That's Michael Tobar, number 19 for the Flyers, with the body work. Back up over the blue line into the high slot. Stannis, and his shot is redirected high over the end glass into the mesh. So the story tonight, Jake Ladiseur came into the game with 3 goals for the season, and he has equaled that total here tonight. And he has done it with that hockey rarity, the natural hat trick, 3 goals in a row. Well, maybe you should go for 4. I don't know if they have a name for that. Puck set deep, no icing as it's played by Keith Ladiseur. And the puck stays in the Flyers zone, well off to our right-hand side. Sent back along the blue line. The shot by DJ Rankin didn't get through. Wound up out in front dangerously for a moment. Flyers clear, the Falcons sent it right back in. A jam up along the far wall in Flyers territory. And coming away with the puck, rimming it, is Eric Miller. The hard around, didn't get the puck out, went off to the side of the net, and the goaltender Ladiseur able to poke check it free. And Ben Colenso got it to center ice. Right back into the zone, long shot by DJ Rankin. No traffic out in front, and an easy save for Ladiseur. Now coming back to the Farmington line, this is Kyle Wood, lost it, and Cooper McLean, number 77, takes over. Pass to Zach Massa. Massa up the right wing. Just backhands the puck in, gives chase. Coulter gets there first, reverses it up the near wall, and we get a whistle and a stop. It may have been touched with a high stick, may have gone off the mesh. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. But we will have a face-off deep in the Flyers zone. Circle to the left of Flyers goaltender Keith Ladiseur. 4-1. North Harrison leading as they look to pull out of a little bit of a funk. They have lost their last 2 and have lost 3 of their last 4. Again, they went up to the Upper Peninsula, lost 2 games to one to Houghton, one to Calumet last week. 2 very tough opponents, and their league record is 1-1. They began the year, did North Harrison, with points in 5 of their first 6 games, going 4-1-1 as we get another offside whistle. But as we say, they've dropped their last 2 and have dropped 3 of their last 4. They look to put an end to that tonight, and they're in pretty good shape insofar as accomplishing that goal is concerned, leading 4-1 with 10:16 to go. Falcons, meanwhile, with their 3-game win streak in jeopardy. Icing the call here. The faceoff goal head back to the Flyer zone to the right. It has been a good, clean game here tonight. We've had only 3 minor penalties called, 2 against the Falcons, 1 against the Flyers. All of the goals tonight, all 5 of them, have come in even strength situations. The Flyers have 4 of those 5 goals here tonight. Here's Zach. He got the first goal of the night for the Flyers, and Ladiseur has gotten the last 3 for him. Puck knocked away from Zach behind the net. And a good job by Gandy to get it to the neutral zone. Flyers send it right back in. 9.5 left to go in this game. Here comes Gandy. Got it to center ice. They're going to say no icing as the puck goes deep into the zone. Here's McLean coming to the side of the net. Gets knocked off his skate. We're checking. It wasn't, at any rate, it was McLean who got knocked off his skates. Things happen fast in this game of hockey, don't they? Falcons a little weak on the clear. They don't get it out. It's out in front. And the save of the night, best save of the night right there by Josh Cliff as he came across with his right skate and made a point-blank stop. And we're going to get penalties after the whistle. Great save by Cliff to keep it a 4-1 hockey game. Watch the right skate of Josh Cliff on this replay. You're going to see some nice footwork right there, that little backhand, and he's able to flash the skate and deny Eric Stannis. We get a penalty here against Farmington for the shove after the whistle. Cooper McLean goes off. He's gotten 2 of the 3 minor penalties against the Falcons tonight. So power play number 2 here for North Harrison. They are 0 for 1. The clock a factor certainly now at 8:40 to go and counting. And the Flyers with a 3-goal lead and a man advantage, and they're offside at the Farmington line. As you see on the screen, the Flyers are on the power play. And they are on the power play for a net at minute 35 seconds. Puck is cleared away by the Falcons. I mentioned some exciting news regarding TV10 that I was told about prior to the game tonight, that apparently after the first of the year at some point, we will have the capability to go live for you with some of these events. Won't that be something? And we're also on the cusp of streaming online, at least in delayed form. You'll be able to go online and watch the broadcast. I'm told, by the way, that this game will be on TV10 shortly. Check your schedule. Go to the Farmington Public Schools website and click on the TV10 link to get the schedule. As we join you, it is Thursday, December 22nd. Nice hit down there by Zach Massa. Took his man out of the play, and they're going to whistle it down, and I think Massa's going to get a penalty for that. That's what I think is going to happen. We're going to get a roughing call here against the Falcons. No, it's a cross-check. And it is not Massa who heads off, but rather Adam Lochner, number 22. So for the next 34 seconds, a 2-man power play advantage for the Farmington Hills Flyers. They've got a 4-1 lead. There's 7:28 to go in the hockey game. And they are 2 men to the good for the next 34 seconds. There's only going to be 6 minutes or so to go in the game. Now 5.5 when these penalties expire. Here's Stannis out near the line as the Falcons work the defensive triangle that you try to put into effect when you're 2 men down. Long shot from the line, nice save, rebound, they score. It's tapped in by Zach. And he gets the power play goal on the 5-on-3 power play. Van Valkenburg had the shot. The rebound wound up on the stick of Zach, and he puts it in. So Zach came into the game tonight with no goals, and now he's got 2. This goal coming at 9:53 of the third period. There's the shot by Van Valkenburg. The save made by Cliff. Another shot taken by Ladouceur. So he's going to get an assist. So Ladouceur with 3 goals and an assist on the last 4 North Farmington goals. And how about TJ Zach with 2 goals tonight after he didn't have any goals in the first 10 games of the year. A 5-1 lead for North Harrison. So they're going to take this second meeting of the year between these 2 teams after the first ended in a 3-3 draw. And of course the Flyers still on the power play as they scored with a 2-man advantage. So that penalty comes off the boards as McLean leaves the penalty box with 13 seconds left in his penalty. But now another minute to go in this other penalty to the Falcons. The one assessed to Adam Lochner. And the Falcons fortunate to clear it away after their goaltender, Josh Cliff, made another save. Puck goes all the way down the ice. No icing, of course, in an odd man situation. As we hit 6 minutes to go in the hockey game. And the play back into Farmington territory. Flyers have scored 5 unanswered goals tonight after the Falcons scored at the very end of the first period. Big time hit right down below by Michael McLeod. Took his man hard and along the wall, but the puck stays in Farmington. Look out! That puck bounced off to the side of the net, and Stannis had it hop over his stick. He had half an empty net to put it into, but it skipped away from him. Falcons back to full strength, and boy, I don't know if that was a hip check or if Kyle Gandy stuck the leg out a little bit on Frank Odrich as he moved into Falcon territory. Have a face-off all the way down at the other end. The Falcon faithful, the student section right next to me here, still making noise, not giving up. Drumline is here as well, representing for Farmington. But it has all gone the other way tonight. At least it has in these last 2 periods. After an evenly played first period, which saw the Falcons score with under a second to go in the period, the Flyers came back with 3 unanswered in the second and 2 more unanswered here in the third. They lead 5-1. We're under 5 minutes to go now, 4:55 here at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. Rich Kincaid with you here on TV 10 tonight, as this time the icing call goes against the Flyers. I don't know why this happened, because I play hockey a couple of times a week. But for some reason, it didn't occur to me, or I'd forgotten how cold it can get inside an ice arena. Probably because when I'm out on the ice, I'm not cold, right? I'm working hard. It's giving it my all. Sturdy says, and you're gold and you're wearing all that equipment. And I suppose that's true, but it's not something you would wear, outside on a winter day. But I'm going to have to remember next time to wear a light jacket to the broadcast booth. Well, if there is a next time, jury's still out on that. They're deliberating that in the truck as we speak, no doubt. Here come the Flyers again, and a nice save by Josh Cliff on Kyle Wood. And again, a little of that post-whistle shoving. And you don't like to see too much of that. No reason for it. 5-1 Flyers lead, 4:04 left to go here in the third period. Of course, you also don't like to see the goaltenders get run. And speaking as a goaltender, I can tell you, you don't like to see that. The only difference between me and a collegiate or a professional goaltender is that they're young and fast, and I'm old and slow. I do, however, have experience on my side. I'm very experienced at fishing that puck out of the net behind me. Here come the Falcons up ice with Heffron leading the charge to the Flyer line. Got a pass over to Gandy, and Gandy got a shot away, and Ladiseur made the stop. And the Flyers content now just to lay it back to the Falcon line. Here's Roman Firestone. I like that name. Sending the pass across the ice inside his own line, and the Falcons get it in deep. But on the puck is Justin Barrington for the Flyers. A little bumping along the wall. Puck did not come out. Cooper McLean with a shot, and Ladiseur a stick save. Here's McLean again behind the net. Centered a pass, and Ladiseur had to kick out the left leg to stop that shot by Mark Prokes. And the Flyers coming back the other way. This is Stannis cutting out in front, and a nice blocker save there by Josh Cliff. 2:45 left in the hockey game, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Flyers. And a goal by the Falcons. Mike Manzo fires it in to make it a 5-2 hockey game. 14-18, the goal by Manzo, his third of the year. So Falcon fans excited as we take a look at the replay here. Manzo just stepped around the defense and let it fly from the left circle to put an end to a run of 5 unanswered goals by North Harrison. 5-2 hockey game. We hit 2.5 to go in it. Take another look at this goal by Manzo right here. Manzo steps around his check. I think that's Shane Moran. And just fires he picked his spot, went long side on Ladiseur. The Falcons not giving up here, pressing the attack in Flyers territory. Shot was blacked out in front by Zach Massa, who was trying to redirect. Now they crashed the net. Ladiseur with the save, and one of the Falcons players goes flying. That was I'll check it. There's a player wearing number 20 for Farmington, but I've got number 20 is Ryan Carpath, who is listed as Carprath, who is listed as a scratch tonight, but he was the player, number 20 at any rate, who went hard to the net on that sequence. Under 2 minutes to go in a 5-2 hockey game. The Flyers have the 2, and the net is empty. And here they come after it. Boy, I'll tell you, not firing at that empty net was Kyle Wood. Trying to lay it out in front. The pass was broken up. Trying to get it to Jared Van Valkenburg. Probably should have just popped it into that empty net himself. It's all well and good to be magnanimous, especially at this time of year, but when you got an empty net like that, bury it and move on. So 5-2, minute 25 to go. Falcons desperately trying to get back into this when you see their netminder Josh Cliff on the bench, the extra attacker on the ice for Farmington, and they score, and it's 5-3. It's Zach Massa who gets the goal at 15:46. And you tell me, do we have a hockey game? It's now 5-3. A minute 14 to go. Watch just on the left edge of your screen is number 66, Zach Massa, the Falcons captain, and he gets that puck and in one smooth movement fires it by Ladiseur. So it's 5-3 with a minute 14 to go, and the Flyers are going to call timeout. So goals in quick order by Manzo, his third of the year at 14-18, and now by Massa, his team-leading 8th of the year at 15:46, and well, maybe we do have a hockey game here. We've got 74 seconds to play, a minute 14, and it is now a 2-goal game, and a minute ago, it was a 4-goal game. And Ken Anderson, the North Harrison Flyers coach, out on the ice, as you can see, and he's speaking, let's say, in no uncertain terms. Just put a finger in the face of his netminder, Keith Ladiseur, telling him to be alert here in this final minute 14. Ken Anderson not liking what he's seen in the past minute or so of this hockey game. With 3.5 minutes left in this game, it was a 5-1 game, and now it's a 5-3 hockey game. Josh Cliff, the Falcon netminder, playing it halfway, but as the Flyers gain control, he's got to stay on the ice, but the Flyers fire the puck into the Falcon bench. There's Ken Anderson. A native, he's on the right with the glasses. A native of the Houghton area, played his high school hockey up there, so a bit of a homecoming for him last week when he took his Flyers to a tour of the Upper Peninsula as they went up there and played Houghton and Calumet. Under a minute to go, 5-3. Cliff looking for a chance to break for the bench. Now he does. Falcons get the extra attacker on the ice. Is there enough time, though? 45 seconds left in the hockey game. Flyers have the puck. Turn it over. Out in front. Snapping the shot. Just high was Massa. Rebound came out in front. Ladouceur tried to cover. The puck is in the net. The referee says no. No goal. Oh, my. 35 seconds to go. It would have been a one-goal game. But the referee says no goal. He waved it off, washed it out immediately. So there can be no doubt. Oh, my goodness. What a close call. Ladouceur. Let's take a look at this sequence and watch again number 66, Zach Massa. In fact, if I were you guys, I'd keep it right here because we're about to move into this final 30 seconds of play. If we look at the action, it comes back out to center ice inside the line. And maybe we can cue up that replay for the end of the broadcast. We got 20 seconds to go in regulation time as it's fired wide of that empty Falcon net. But boy, the Falcons came within an eyelash of making it a 5-4 game and making for a very exciting final 30 seconds. Give the Falcons credit here tonight. They're going to lose, but boy, they did not give up. 2 seconds, 1 second, they fired in. The horn sounds, the buzzer. And this hockey game comes to an end with the Farmington Flyers hanging on against the Farmington Falcons and winning it by a score of 5-3. I don't know if the truck can cue up that near goal near the end as we see the Flyers surround their goaltender, Keith Ladouceur. Let's watch this near goal with about 30 seconds left to go here tonight. That's McLean, 77. He can't quite get to it, but here comes Massa, number 66. And he just sort of pokes and shovels at the puck. And Ladouceur, you could tell by the way he was acting, he didn't know where the puck was. You can see it loose against his pad. He's trying to cover it up. They're jamming away. And I'll tell you, the only call that could have been made there, that should have been a goal. The only call that could have been made was that the referee lost sight of the puck. And when that happens, as you know, by rule, he has to blow the whistle. That must have been what happened. Ladouceur never did cover it up. The Falcons did poke it in. That call could have gone the other way, and it could have been a 5-4 game with 30 seconds to go. But it's not. Falcons come over and in defeat salute their fans who supported them all night long. Hey, we had a great hockey game here tonight at the Farmington Hills Ice Arena. I had a great time bringing it to you. Your final score. I had a great time. I can say that on behalf of our entire TV10 crew here tonight. Your final score. The North Harrison Flyers, the Farmington Hills Flyers 5, the Farmington Falcons 3. On behalf of our TV10 crew, I'm Rich Kincaid. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays, everybody.